You ever start an anime thinking you'll just watch one episode, and next thing you know, it's 4 a.m. and your soul's reincarnated into your couch? Yeah, these reincarnation anime are that addictive. Let's get into it. Kicking off with number 10, The Eminence in Shadow. Now, this anime is what happens when an edgy middle school power fantasy goes perfectly right. Our boy Sid doesn't want to be the hero or the villain, he just wants to pretend to be one. But the universe said, bet. Suddenly, his random made-up evil cult actually exists. Bro went from LARPing in his backyard to running a secret organization that fights real demons. The tone swings between absolute absurd comedy and top-tier dark fantasy action. It's like Overlord, but with the main character having way too much fun trolling everyone. And the best part? He doesn't even realize he's the main character. He's out here monologuing like, I am Shadow, while his followers think he's divine. It's hilarious. You'll either be laughing or hyped every episode. Power fantasy? Check. Cult energy? Double check. Shadow Garden supremacy? Always. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Sliding to number 9, The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady. Let's be honest, this anime sounds like the title generator broke mid-sentence, but it's surprisingly deep. Princess Annis is a chaos gremlin with a love for magic and science, who basically said, if the system's broken, I'll build my own. Meanwhile, Euphilia, the so-called genius lady, gets politically destroyed by royal gossip and ends up joining forces with the reincarnated princess. Their chemistry? Off the charts. Like, are they besties or girlfriends? Energy that keeps the fandom debating. What I love here is how it balances goofy inventions with emotional storytelling. It's not your regular guy gets reborn OP type. It's about breaking traditions, following passion, and yes, flying on broomsticks like magical Elon Musk. It's funny, empowering, and the world building? Surprisingly tight. You'll find yourself rooting for these two like your Wi-Fi depends on it. Landing on number 8, I'm Quitting Harrowing. What happens when the hero wins and then nobody wants him anymore? That's Leo, the strongest hero who saved humanity, only for people to say, thanks bro, now get lost. So what does he do? He joins the Demon Queen's army. Yup, from savior to employee of the enemy. The dynamic between Leo and Echidna, yes, that's her actual name, is weirdly wholesome. It's got emotional depth mixed with sarcastic office drama energy. Imagine your boss is a demon queen, your coworkers are warlords, and you're just trying to improve their HR system. Leo's internal struggles with purpose and identity make this more than just a gimmick. It's about burnout, redemption, and finding new meaning after your main quest ends. Oh, and the twist? It'll have you staring at your screen like, wait, what? It's one of those stories that start chill and end up punching you in the heart. Looking at number 7, Tear Moon Empire. Tear Moon Empire is basically what happens if a spoiled princess actually learns from her mistakes, by dying first. Mia, our resident royal brat, gets executed for being terrible, then wakes up back in her teenage body with her memories intact. Now she's like, nope, not dying again, and starts fixing her empire, mostly out of fear. But hey, progress is progress. Watching her accidentally become a genius leader while trying to save her own neck is pure gold. It's comedy, it's karma, it's character growth you can laugh at. Her loyal subjects think she's a wise visionary, but really, she's just terrified of the guillotine. That's motivation I respect. Add in sharp political writing, time loop tension, and Mia's constant internal panicking. It's a mix of smart storytelling and pure chaos. You'll be rooting for her, laughing at her, and maybe learning a little about leadership yourself. Cruising into number 6, By the Grace of the Gods. If anime were therapy, this would be it. Our guy Ryoma dies from overworking, relatable, gets reincarnated by literal gods, and decides, you know what? I'm just gonna chill. So he opens a laundromat with slimes. That's it. He's not saving the world. He's not training for revenge. He's just living his best second life running a cleaning business. And it's actually beautiful. The vibe is pure comfort. Watching Ryoma's slimes evolve and help townsfolk is oddly wholesome. It's like the anime equivalent of sipping tea under a warm blanket. Sure, it's not as flashy as your usual isekai power trip, but it's refreshing to see a reincarnation story about healing instead of flexing. Also, side note, those slimes, low-key the most hardworking employees in anime history. Corporate Japan, take notes. Rolling into number 5, Re-Monster. Now this one's for the dark fantasy lovers. Re-Monster drops you into a brutal world where our guy Tomokui dies and reincarnates as a goblin. Yeah, not a knight, not a prince, a goblin. But man grinds like it's Elden Ring on nightmare mode. He evolves fast, devours enemies to gain their powers, and climbs from weakling to god-tier predator. It's survival of the hungriest. What makes this one stand out is how unapologetically savage it is. No sugarcoating, no soft resets. It's like Goblin Slayer, but from the goblin's perspective, and surprisingly strategic. Every episode hits with that primal satisfaction of watching a weak dude rise through pain and grit. It's messy, violent, and addictive. And honestly, Tomokui might be one of the most terrifying heroes you'll root for. Dark fantasy at its best, raw, ruthless, and ridiculously fun. Sliding into number 4, The Faraway Paladin. Ah yes, the anime that said, what if we actually made reincarnation emotional? The Faraway Paladin follows Will, reborn into a fantasy world and raised by 3 undead guardians, a ghost priest, a mummy, and a skeleton warrior. Yeah, family dinner gets awkward, but this show focuses on faith, morality, and purpose in a way most isekai don't even attempt. Will isn't overpowered, he earns everything. The writing dives deep into religion, destiny, and what it means to be good when you've already been given a second chance. It's slow, heartfelt, and beautifully written. And when the action does hit, it hits hard. This isn't your average dude levels up and beats dragons story. It's a journey about growing up, facing loss, and becoming someone worthy of your reincarnation. Honestly, this one deserves more love than it gets. Gliding into number 3, The Great Cleric. Okay, picture this. Salaryman gets killed, reincarnates in another world, and decides his new dream is to be a healer. Not a warrior, not a hero, a healer. Yeah, that's how you know this man's traumatized by corporate life. Luciel, our main dude, gets bullied, beaten, and pushed to the limit. But instead of snapping, he trains harder. It's like if Saitama joined the church. The Great Cleric mixes slice-of-life humor with genuine grind-set energy. The comedy hits hard, especially when Luciel's trainer treats him like he's in boot camp for saints. But underneath the laughs, there's this message about perseverance and self-worth. Every time he gets knocked down, he just gets back up and heals himself, literally and emotionally. It's the definition of humble strength. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Jumping to number 2, I'm a behemoth, an S-ranked monster, but mistaken for a cat. I live as an elf girl's pet. Okay, that title alone deserves an Oscar for chaos. So yeah, dude dies, reincarnates as a literal beast, a giant monster. But people think he's a cute little cat. Now he's living with an elf girl who treats him like her adorable pet, while he's secretly strong enough to end civilizations. The contrast between awe moments and absolute destruction is comedy gold. It's equal parts adorable and overpowered nonsense. The relationship between the elf girl and our monster cat hybrid is wholesome but hilarious, especially when she has no clue how dangerous he actually is. Think of it as if Rimuru from That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime decided to cosplay as a house cat. It's weirdly relaxing, action-packed, and just self-aware enough to make you laugh your tail off. Finally, number 1, the saint's magic power is omnipotent. If calm power and quiet confidence had a face, it'd be Sei Takanashi. She's summoned into another world, accidentally, might I add, and completely overlooked because they summoned 2 saints. The disrespect is unreal. But Sei doesn't sulk. She just focuses on learning magic, creating potions, and slowly becoming the most powerful being in the kingdom, while everyone else's jaws drop. The romance? Subtle but classy. The tone? Elegant with a sprinkle of revenge satisfaction. Watching her go from ignored nobody to legendary healer/queen energy is ridiculously satisfying. It's not about flashy fights, it's about presence. Sei proves you don't need to scream, "I'm the main character," to actually be one. It's calm, empowering, and oh so addictive. Easily one of the most rewatchable reincarnation anime out there. And that wraps up the reincarnation madness. Whether you love overpowered monsters, misunderstood saints, or anxious princesses, this list's got your next anime obsession covered. Which reincarnation anime hit your soul the hardest? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more anime deep dives. Your next life depends on it.